the act when like defending.
I think it's like
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Am I live? Of course I'm live. People deluded, I'm back again. First things first, thank you very much for tuning back in each and every time. Subscribe if you haven't, hit the like button and comment. Appreciative to everybody who watches my content, especially, you know, my Arsenal youth content. I'm no expert, I'm just someone who likes youth talent, and I'm an Arsenal fan, so it makes sense. I love to see how these players develop, who makes it, who doesn't. And I think it's always weird watching youth football, because sometimes some players that you're not looking at, they have a really good season and they get a look in people. Now, it's 8 goals, 4 goals between both teams. You know, both sets of players, coaches, technical staff, you know, are going to have to drum into these young players. You've got to do a lot defensively, because I think every goal that was scored was quite good in its own right, but teams could have done better. You know, obviously, you don't know I'm a big fan of Myles Lewis-Skelly. Again, let the man develop. Let's not, you know, obviously Ethan's played 30 seconds at first team level and everyone's moving mad. Fabrizio Romano, Rio, the same guys gassing them are going to be the same ones getting onto them. Let Myles develop. He's had a tough time with injuries, but, you know, once he gets through that, which he is, he's elite. You know, I think he could be a real first team player. I think he's got it in him. As I always say, Koza Dewberry, him, and obviously Ethan Nawari is obviously technically made his Prem debut. Let them develop. I think they could all reach first team football one day. It's down to them. You know, I'm not here to say they're wonder kids, world beaters, and these things. It's hard not to like Myles as a footballer. As a person, first thing, clearly the man comes from a good family and good advisors. He's a very good human, you know, and that's testament to his family, because way before he got scouted, and, you know, Arsenal, he's there and doing his thing, but he, you know, his mum and dad gave birth to him, so they've given him good principles, and Arsenal have enhanced that. And you can see that in the All or Nothing documentary with the work he was doing off the field. Really, you know, Arsenal has to be a community club, and I think that young man sums it up. On the field, lovely passing range, lovely drop of a shoulder, you know, lovely midfield, an Arsenal midfielder, man. I really like Myles as a player, really, and I am liking that Osman Kamara, who's, you know, probably gonna have to bide his time to get a lot of game time at under 18s level, but it seems Wilshire's giving him chances. And, you know, Myles can do a lot better. You know, one of the goals, you know, you've probably all seen the clip that's going on Twitter where he dropped his shoulder. He's basically, he wasn't playing as a 6, but he's dropped into, you know, just near his own area to pick up the ball. He's dropped his shoulder and he's moving mad, didn't it? Really and truly. And then there was the incident where obviously it was a good little, and again, a lovely drop of the shoulder to set up Osman for his first goal, for the first goal of this game. But there was also a goal where, probably like a young man would do, caught overplaying, you know, knows he's a techie baller, caught, and they went and scored it. You know, you do that at first team level. You know, if Xhaka did that, which he hasn't done this year, man, are onto him. So you have to learn, innit? As I said, he's a lovely player. It was a lovely drop of a shoulder. He found Kamara, who I'm really starting to like, that winger. You know, I've only seen him play out wide. Think he can play as a 10, and I'm no expert on these guys, but he looks decent still. But yeah, Myles dropped his shoulder, fed Osman. Osman finished his dinner 1-0 ahead. We're laughing. I think it was terrible marking, and it was a mistimed tackle from Lewis Brown, who I don't know if he'll make it Arsenal, but I like his mentality. Again, highlighted in the All or Nothing documentary as well. I think he mistimed his tackle initially, really, and it was also poor marking, and we allowed West Brom to get back in the game via that. Seb Ferdinand's a winger I got a lot of time for, people, and I've got a lot of time for his celebration he did after that, really. You know, he took advantage of a sorry, you know, man, I keep saying West Brom, sorry, people. He took advantage of the Norwich keeper's error, really and truly. You know, I can't lie. I'm doing a lot of reports, you know, really. So, yeah, the team will be in the title if I'm saying the wrong name, people. But, yeah, all that matters is the results. The teams we're playing don't matter. All that matters is the development. But, yeah, Ferdinand took advantage, finished his dinner. We go 2-1 ahead. Then we added another one. And this is where these young players have to learn the importance of a result, really, because we scored 2 goals. Well, we had a 2-goal margin, better yet we've scored 3-1 at a point. You know, Green has bagged after another error. From then, it shouldn't walk away with it being 4-4, but it did, didn't it? As I said, for their second goal, Myles was caught on the ball. He got caught lacking. It's a terrible goal to concede, and he has to hold his hands up, which he will. You know, it's all about mentality, because when he did make that mistake, he did the same thing again, and it worked. And when things are going right and you're doing things, that's one thing. It's about your mentality when inevitable mistakes. There's seasoned veterans in Arsenal's first team that make mistakes. We're human beings, in it, but staying on task with this game, that error has allowed them to make it 3-2. poor marking from a set piece, and that's been a theme of us I believe at under 21s and 18s level. We've also shown good aspects of that trickling down from the first team, but the marking, these are the sort of things that these young boys have to learn to improve. Poor marking let them bag people. We gave a penalty away again, people. We've done that a couple of times at under 18s level, at under 18s level, people. You know, so yeah, we scored 4 goals, but we've conceded pens. We switched off defensively. We were quite fortunate to, you know, they took the lead at a point. We was quite fortunate to get back into the game and make it 4-4. As I said, Myles' elite mentality, he's driving forward. You know, it's a bit of fortune with his goal, but it's 4-4. As I said, all 4 goals were avoidable. I would say 3 of those 4 goals. So like, they scored the first, the next 3 definitely shouldn't have happened, people, but it is what it is. And you have to give credit to our young boys' mentality for getting themselves in it. If I look at my notes again, ending thoughts, great attacking goals, but the young boys have to learn the other aspects of the game. Defensively, clearly we let ourselves down in it, so all we can do is move forward with that in that regards. But yeah, man, it was 4-4. It is what it is. There's some positives, there's some negatives. We need to work on the positives, work on the negatives, and do better, people. On that note, please hit the like button. You lot stay blessed, stay safe. I'm out, people. In a bit.
There's always just that active red flag defending.
I think it's like